The worldwide smartphone market is growing, and fast. In fact, the latest research by Nielsen shows that smartphones are expected to overtake traditional cell phones in the US with an expected growth of more than 50%, and with the popularity of mobile apps exploding in the last several years, there is almost no limit to what smartphones are capable of doing.
Mobile application development business has grown from literally nothing to hundreds of thousands of applications that are produced every week. Don't they say there is an app for everything? That's really true. If you want to check how many calories in your lunch, there is an app for that. If you want to make a sales presentation real time, there's an app for that. If you want to check where exactly you parked the car, there's even an app for that.
Today, mobile app usage is on the rise thanks to the growing popularity of the iPhone, Android, BlackBerry, and other smartphones among consumers and the integral role they play in our daily lives.
Consumers and businesses want the mobile application so they can make better decisions, and that's when we come in. We provide a way to mobilize their business processes and business needs. In other words, we make them more efficient at doing what they do best. Let me give you a few examples. We have a KPI dashboard for senior management to check the sales numbers on the go in the palm of their hands. In the healthcare sector, we have an app to make a doctor's clinic paperless. You can use an app for sales and trade show demos, like we had our Cisco application for iPad featured in Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas this year.
Because of the wide use of mobile phones around the world, the development of mobile apps has a significant impact on today's businesses. Most apps first start with a great idea from a business or an entrepreneur to solve a problem, improve a process, or get entertainment while on the go. Copper Mobile, one of the world's top mobile application development companies, has been creating innovative and profitable apps for Fortune 100 companies in the US and now across the world.
At Copper Mobile, we assign a mobility consultant. A mobility consultant is the person who is the first one to talk to the customer, understands the idea, articulates it in a document like a proposal. We send the proposal out, we get it signed, and then the next step is the kickoff meeting. We get everybody together. In that kickoff meeting, we ask the customer to share the vision. Then we have the design phase. In the design phase, we start with the process flow. From the process flow, we come to the next step, which is the wireframes, and then we mock up all the different screens. So if there are like 40 different screens within the application, we mock them up and give it to the customer for the approval. Once that is done, then it goes to the developers, and we put the nuts and bolts in the back, and we make sure that the application works. We give it to the beta testers then, and the beta testers come back with their results. We fix a few bugs, and finally we submit it to the App Store as well.
Mobile apps are priced in a variety of ways and have different price points depending on their use and popularity.
You can see applications all the way free, and very popular apps are 99 cents. All the way up to, I've seen a few that are thousands of dollars. People are cultured to pay 99 cents because they're used to paying the same for their music on iTunes, and it's an impulse purchase. The average price on the App Store is $2.07. However, to develop these applications, it can cost anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 to all the way up to millions of dollars for enterprise applications.
Today, one of the most important issues the industry is facing is the challenge of how to build apps once that can be deployed and work across all platforms.
We have the iPhone, we have the Android, we have BlackBerry, we have Windows Mobile. Now there's a new App Store coming out. I mean, there's going to be so many different marketplaces. And what do the corporations do? Do they go and maintain all these separate streams for different devices? So there's so many different sets of code that is available, and that's going to need a lot of engineers to manage that. Or the other way is to build it once and deploy it multiple times on all these different platforms. And so it's a controversial topic whether to go and do a native application or we should do a mobile web type of application.
Whether it's a non-native, a native, or hybrid app, the future of the mobile app industry is expected to skyrocket in the coming years, with annual downloads to increase from 10.9 billion in 2010 to nearly 76.9 billion in 2014.
January 2012, Apple also announced that there were 1 billion applications downloaded. We see a lot of bigger vendors and software companies that have their legacy software to build their extensions like a mobile app solution. We also believe there will be a lot of consolidation in this mobile app space. The data speeds have increased so much now that the applications can actually be used by the consumers.
This mobile apps era has created a new economy, enabling companies like Copper Mobile to grow at a fast pace while creating thousands of new jobs and opportunities for businesses.
We are taking several steps to meet this demand that has arisen in the past few years in this space. We're not only hiring people across the globe, but we're also becoming the educators in this field by hiring some of the recent graduates from the nearby universities like University of Texas. This is only a 4-year-old industry. Equally important thing is that this has created the economy of its own by creating thousands of jobs, and it's given the opportunity to the entrepreneurs and the companies to grow at such a fast rate.
With hundreds of apps to their credit since the launch of Apple's iPhone, Copper Mobile has become a strong leader in this relatively new industry and plans to use their passion and ingenuity to continue their path towards success.
We plan to triple our headcount by the end of 2012. In reality, nobody knew how big this thing was going to be, especially how fast it took off. Immediately, organizations like ours began to experience enormous growth potential of the mobile app landscape. The aha moment came when we realized that from working out of the trunk of our cars overnight into a 2,000 square feet facility with 35 plus people, and then the next thing was a state-of-the-art office, 10,600 square feet facility in the building, and that was pretty interesting at that time, growing so fast. It's a feeling of pride to have our iPad and application used by the finest corporations like Cisco, Verizon, Visa, Avon, Shopping.com, Southwest Airlines Pilot Association, to name a few. It's so exciting to see the demand spreading like wildfire. Now we have clients in Europe, Asia, and people interested in New Zealand, London, across the globe that are interested in getting a lot of the applications done from us.
To learn more about Copper Mobile, please visit coppermobile.com or call 972-528-6628.